night, and the boys are ready to take it to the floor to host the Prairie View Buffaloes. Buffalo's starting lineup include a 5'11 senior, Garrett Scott, 6'1 junior, Mason Walker, 6-foot junior, Blake Boddicker. Boddicker, the big scorer. That first game in December, he led Prairie View with 37 points. Backed that up in the second meeting with 13 here at the Burlington Invitational. A 6-foot senior, Bryson Gregg, and a 6'2 senior, Nate Snyder, round out the starting lineup for the Prairie View Buffaloes and their head coach, A.C. Russell. On the Wildcat side of the ledger tonight, Brandon Nordstedt, Chase Watkins, Tegan Hess, Garrison Fiedler, and Connor Jeffers, the starting five for the Wildcats, and head coach, Matt Barrett. The officials are on the floor. They've got the ball, and we are underway. Wildcats win the tip in the hands of Jace Watkins, and the Wildcats are ready to get back in the winning ways. They've been on a tough streak, dropping 2 of 3 home games in the last part of the schedule. They want to get back up, and they do with a running shot from Tegan Hess, laying it in the hoop, and the Wildcats take the early lead. A steal, down court they come, back to Brandon Nordstedt, a 3-point shot up, and no good. But the ball loose on the floor, everybody diving for it. Finally, the Buffalo Scott comes out of there with it for possession. Across the timeline comes Boddicker, and a steal. Nordstedt, 2-on-1. Nordstedt lays it up and in. Nice job, Brandon, going against the defender. Up and down. Full court pressure by the Cats. Ball tipped by Garrison Fiedler. Hess hits it back to Fiedler, and it's up and in. Another steal and another lay-in by Brandon Nordstedt. 1 minute and 8 seconds into the contest, and the Wildcats blast ahead 8-0. What an opening salvo to throw against these Buffaloes. They don't know what's in them. A timeout called. Coach Russell saying, we've got to protect that ball. These guys are just on fire. You've got to be calm when you get possession of the ball. They'll play it in on the end line. Wildcats full court pressure, doing the job. 3 turnovers, converting the buckets for the Wildcats. And up court comes Boddicker. They go over the top on the press. Boddicker beats down court and gets the bucket. 8-2 run. The Wildcats lead it. Tried to force that ball inside. Jeffers comes up with the loose ball. Now it's knocked loose and a tie-up here as Jeffers got into too much traffic down into the lane that time. Possession arrow goes to the Buffaloes as they'll play it in on the end line. Look on the near side into the hands of Bryson Gregg. Break the press over the top to Scott. He'll clear it on the right side. Boddicker, a 3 away is no good, and Jace Watkins boards up for the Wildcats. Brings it up court left wing. But a steal there. Scott with the reach in. 2-on-1. Boddicker left side. Up and in for the Deuce. And Prairie View were shell-shocked by that 8-0 start. Now come back, get 4. But an inlet pass goes to Garrison Fiedler. He's up and in for the score. Down court, over the top on the break. The Buffaloes seem to know what to do now when they get that full court pressure. They'll spin it left side. Look for the cutter inside. No good there. Back on the right wing. Shot up. No good. A rebound and a foul. Number 14, Mason Walker for the Buffaloes, was on the outside of that positioning, trying to go to the ball, and he pushes one of the Wildcats on the backside. Chase Watkins will bring it up for the Cats as they lead at 10-4 here with 5:25 left in the first quarter. Ball tip. Nordstedt gets it back in hand, finds Hess. He goes down the lane on the way to the hoop. He's fouled, and taking Hess will go to the line for the Cats. That whistle on the Buffaloes, number 33. Dayton Snyder picks up his first personal foul. Now 2 team fouls on the Buffaloes. Free throw is on the way, up and in for Head. He struggled from the free throw line in the last couple of contests, but found the mark here on his first attempt and will be there for a second. Hard off the back of the rim. Fiedler gets the rebound, plays it back up and in. Nice move, Garrison controlling that ball. A nice drop step, and he goes to the hoop for the score. Stopped action here as we have an injured player. One of the Buffaloes looks like maybe he tweaked an ankle there. He hobbles to the bench and takes a seat. They're going to give it some attention here. And he's going to go to the locker room with an assistant coach. Buffaloes over the top on the upcourt. Shot away is no good. Turnaround and a push-off, no good there. Fiedler fights for the ball. It's loose on the floor. And Garrison comes out of there with it for the Cats. Of course, Hess is going to drive the baseline. Plays it up off the board, no good. But therefore, the putback is Garrison Fiedler. Coming down and filling that lane after the break. Garrison's there for the rebound and gets his 8th point here in the early going. Ball tipped away out of bounds on the far sideline. It'll be Buffalo ball. Wildcats pressure on the inlet pass. They lead at 15-4 here in the early going of this first quarter of play. Driving to the baseline, shot away, but Garrison Fiedler is going to be whistled for the foul. His first of the night and first team foul on the Wildcats. Wildcats had an 8-0 run to open the contest. Buffaloes come back and get 4 points, and then the Cats go on a 7-0 run and lead it 15-4 here. First free throw on the way by Snyder is hard off the back of the rim, no good. As substitute Connor McManus and Carson Byer both check into the lineup. That second free throw finds a home for Snyder, his first point of the night. And we are at 15-5. The Cats up by 10. 4:18 on the clock here. Byer in the deep corner has to pull it back out. They'll start the offense at the top of the circle. Right wing, Jeffers looks inside. Can't get it to Fiedler. Now finds Jeffers driving the lane. Up and bounding on the rim. No good. Fiedler with a putback. Garrison Fiedler has not missed a putback yet as he struggled with those chippies in the last 2 contests. 10 points. He's in double figures to lead the Wildcats. Down quickly, a 3-point shot away by the Buffs. No good. Rebound and a block shot. Nice job, Garrison. Went up high, and the Buffalo player, when he landed, stepped on somebody's foot. Boy, the injury bug has got the Buffaloes here tonight. 2 players gone down already. Looks like that's number 4, Justin Scott, getting help to the bench here by head coach Russell. And their assistant coach coming over to take a look here at the second injured player. Substitute checks in. Number 5 is Jess Weirs, replacing Wildcat shot off the mark, and Justin Scott will bring it up on the far side. Now, that was Garrett Scott. Looks like a pair of brothers on the floor here. 3-point shot launched from number 24. Bryson Gregg gets the 3 to fall for the 6-foot senior. His first bucket of the night. A 17-8 margin. The Wildcats lead it as we count down this first quarter of play. Shot loose on the floor after the shot. Rebound taken up by number 33, Dayton Snyder. And the Buffaloes will play on. 2:44 on the clock. Stepping on the out-of-bounds line on the far side. A turnover gives it back to the Wildcats as 4 substitutes check in. Brandon Nordstad and Jace Watkins back on the floor from their starting position And two substitutes in their first action is Jordan Torres and Mitch Taylor in the lineup as they'll join Carson Byer to round out the five. Taylor with the ball down low, shot up and in. Good inlet feed there by Jordan Torres, and Mitch Taylor gets his first bucket. Ball on the far side. Boddicker, we've got a whistle and a foul, a block foul on Torres with the body. Taylor had his season high of 8 points against the Buffaloes during this Burlington Invitational Tournament when the Cats matched up that night. He had 8 points, one of those a big slam dunk, the first one we've seen here at Burlington High for a number of years, and Mitch brought the crowd to their feet. Well, they're not on their feet when he gets whistled for this foul. Mitch going up to try to block that shot, picks up his first personal, and the third team foul, sending number 23, Boddicker, to the line. For the Buffs, that free throw is on the way up and good. 5 points to lead scorer for Prairie View here tonight. And set to send them into double digits. It's a 19-10 lead for the Wildcats here with 2:13 remaining in the first quarter of play. Watkins on the near side sends it back over the top to Meyer. Looking to Mitch coming out on the wing. I haven't seen him try a three-pointer, but who knows? Chase with a short shot, gets his own rebound. Can't get that one to go back in, and it's out of bounds off the Wildcats. That'll be Buffalo ball to play in on the end line. Mitch will be the defender against that guy trying to throw it in. Long wingspan, and Torres gets the pick. They feed it down to Mitch. Can't get the first one to fall. The second one off the mark. It's off of Buffalo, out of bounds, and that'll stay with the Wildcats. Mitch could not get that chippy to fall home, but he's going to fight right in the bottom spot for the Wildcats here. They inbound. Out on the top, Mitch sends it to Jace Watkins on the near wing. Skip pass. They look back to Jace on the far side. Looking inside on out. Byer's going to drive the paint, kicks out to Nordstadt. He splits the defenders. Soft shot up off the rim, no good. Rebounded away to Garrett Scott to bring it up for the Buffaloes. Across the timeline, reverse pivot. That's Snyder with the dribble. He'll go right wing, lay it down in low. Walker up with the shot, but he's fouled. Mitch just got overbalanced there and falls into the shooter. And Mitch picks up 2 fouls here in this first quarter of play. That is 4 team fouls on the Wildcats. As number 14, Mason Walker, goes to the line. His first free throw hard off the back of the rim, no good, but he'll be there for a second. As Connor Jeffers and Garrison Fiedler both check in now. They return to the lineup for the Cats with 1:10 remaining on the clock, and the Cats leading it 19-10. Set for the free throw, Walker second. It's on the way, all net for Mason Walker, his first point of the night. And we're back to an 8-point margin, 19-11. The Wildcats lead it here at home. Nordstadt over the top. They'll go to Watkins. Looking on the inside. Good defense collapsing in low. Chase Watkins at the wing. Going to drive the lane. Kicks out to Fiedler. Up and in for the short bucket by Garrison Fiedler. And he's got a dozen for the Cats. Up court. They look down low in the paint. And Chase Watkins gets the steal. Looks out ahead. Pulls up on the dribble. 37 seconds on the clock. He'll call out the play on the near wing to Nordstadt. Tries to feed into Torres in the paint. Back out on top to Nordstadt. Down the lane he goes. Couldn't get the shot there. Sends it to Watkins. Saved into Garrison. Up for the shot. No good. Nordstadt with the rebound and a putback. A foul on the shot. Lots of good action underneath the bucket for the Wildcats going after that loose foul. Mason Walker picks up his second personal foul. And it's going to send Brandon Nordstadt to the line for the Cats. Fast and furious action under the paint here as Brandon goes to the line, gets that free throw. And the Cats back to a 13-point margin, 24-11, here with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Kick ball, that'll stay with the Buffaloes. They'll play it underneath their own bucket here. 10 seconds on the clock remaining before the first quarter break. Garrett Scott to inbound for Prairie View. Looks high out over the top. They go to Boddicker. He'll stop for three. Short off the mark. Chases down the rebound. Now Scott on the right side on a floater. It won't fall. Boddicker put back before the buzzer. Count that one. Blake Boddicker with 8 points to lead the Buffaloes here. That shot good before the buzzer sounds. And he comes limping off the court. A tough first quarter for the Buffaloes as the Wildcats lead it 24-13 here at the break. We're going to take a break back to the station for a 1-minute timeout to our sponsors of Wildcat basketball.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Clean washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain pellet grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business and is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
Courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball on the Dawg here tonight. Homecoming night 2018. The Wildcats taking on the Prairie View Buffaloes. They started out with a great run, 8-0 to get that lead, and then keep up the action as we get underway in the second quarter with the Wildcats on top 24-13. Garrison Fiedler with the rebound, put-back shot, but he's fouled, and that'll send Garrison to the line. Garrison dominating down in the paint. 12 points in the first quarter alone. He has not missed those little chippies that he had trouble with the last couple of weeks. Heads to the charity stripe. First free throw is off the mark, hard off the back of the rim. But Garrison will set up for free throw number 2. Even dozen now. Can't get that lucky 13 to fall. Snyder boards it and will bring it up court for the Buffaloes. Reverse pivot into the lane. Ball stripped loose by Nordstadt, but they call it a possession tie-up. And that will give the ball right back to the hands of the Buffalo. Nordstadt went up and the ball came loose after that scrum. But the official says that is a possession tie-up. Inbound pass down in the low paint. Kicks it back out to Scott behind the arch. 3-ball banks home. Garrett Scott's first bucket of the night, and it's a banked three-pointer. 24-16. It's an 8-point lead for the Wildcats. Garrison goes to the hoop. Up and in. Nice job. A strong move to put the Cats back up by 10. 6:55 on the clock here. Ball on the right wing, tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Buffaloes. They'll play it in front of the Burlington student section on the far side. Ball at the top of the key in the hands of Greg. He'll pin it to the low side. Snyder. Bad pass goes to Nordstadt. He's going to race all the way to the end. Up with the shot, it won't fall. And Snyder boards it for the Buffaloes. Had a little too much speed and power going to the hoop that time. Snyder Snyder with a drive to the hoop. He's whistled for the player control foul, and the Wildcats will take control of the ball. He was, the look in his eye when he was going through the lane says, nobody's stopping me. And the official's whistle stops action. Nordstadt ball on the left wing, looking for the cutter down low, but we've got a whistle and a foul. That's going to be a blocking foul, number 34, as Connor Jeffers was trying to set a pick, but did not stay established in his position, kept moving, and whistled for the foul. In the backcourt, Snyder with the ball for the Buffaloes. Goes to the right. We got to see, no, Chase Watkins got a hand on it, but the ball goes out of bounds, and that will stay with the Buffaloes on the far sideline. Terry Weldon just coming by to let people know that the Lions Club Soup Supper, counting things down here, $5 a quart for all the soup you want to take home with you. That'll taste good on a cold night as the Lions Club does their annual Soup Supper here at the Burlington High School Commons. Shot on the way, no good. A rebound by Fiedler, and they're going to get him with a push-off. Garrison whistled for his second personal foul. It'll be Buffalo ball underneath their own bucket here with 5:46 remaining in the half. 10-point lead for the Cats, 26-16. Fiedler gets that rebound, and the Cats are running gun. Hess with the ball in the far corner, picks up the dribble, but we've got a push foul on the Buffaloes. Will stop action. On the near side, coming with the call, number 11, Garrett Scott picks up his second personal foul, and 16 fouls on each team. Next foul will start at the free throw line. Chase gets stripped. Ball into the hands of the Buffaloes on the near wing. Drive to the hoop, no good, and Fiedler possesses the board for the Cats. Cross the timeline, near side, Hess. Look down to the corner, Nordstadt. Gives it up to Garrison, and a 6-footer is up and good by Garrison Fiedler, as he's got 16 points to lead the Cats tonight. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's off the hands of Watkins, but I think we may have a foul whistled on Garrison. Jace Watkins whistled for his first personal foul, trying to steal that ball on the long pass. And to the line, number 55, Riley Reinerson, will be shooting free throws, 1 plus a bonus if he can convert on the first. Substitute set to check in is Justin Scott, the 6'1 sophomore. He went out with that twisted ankle. Looks like they put some tape on that right ankle as he returns from the locker room here. Returns to the floor. He wants to get in playing time. That free throw is on the way up and good. Reinerson's first point of the night, and he'll be there for the bonus. 28-17, Cats up by 11 here, and the clock stopped at the 5-minute mark. Reinerson's free throw is good for 2, and it's a 10-point margin. 18-28, Cats on top. Jace Watkins, down court, brings it to Hess. Spin it on the right side to Nordstadt. They want to make that defense move right and left. A bad pass, turnover. Ball into the hands of the Buffaloes, and they'll bring it across the timeline right wing. Scott back to Snyder behind the arch. 3 away is no good, and Chase Watkins boards up for the Cats. Brings it up court, finds Nordstadt looking on the inside. Can't get it into Garrison, as Reinerson is a wide body, puts a lot of meat on him. On the far side, they'll go to Nordstadt. Skips to Jace Watkins. In the lane, has to kick it back out. Now down low they go to Garrison. He bodies his way in for the bucket. And the Wildcats extend that lead. 30-18 on top here with 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Jace Watkins with the steal. Leads it up to Nordstadt. Misses a little chippy there. Gets the rebound. Put back won't fall. Gets to the third time, and he's fouled. Brandon Norset right under the bucket. Cannot get it to fall twice. And the third time, he'll be going to the line as Dayton Snyder is whistled for his third personal foul. Here with 3:50 remaining on the clock in the half. And Brandon connects on the free throw. Brandon with 2 of 2 from the charity stripe tonight. Will be there for a second opportunity. And Mitchell Taylor returns for the Wildcats to the lineup, along with Jordan Torres for the Cats. That second free throw is good also. As the Cats had that lead 32-18 here. They put full court pressure on the Buffaloes. Bring it in line. Ryerson down low in the paint. Ball stripped away. Couldn't get it to fall, and Fiedler boards it for the Cats. Outlet to Jace Watkins ahead on the right wing. Torres tries to lead it into Mitch, and it's tipped away out of bounds. That'll stay with the Wildcats to play in under their own bucket. Torres to key it up for Burlington. Lobs high to Mitch. He'll swing it back out to Garrison. Around the horn they'll go. Back to Jace. He fires up a three. Nothing but net. Jace Watkins gets his first bucket from the floor tonight, and it's a three-pointer. Pressure in the backcourt by the Wildcats. Jace nearly had the steal on the far side, but his momentum took him out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Buffaloes on the far side. Carson Meyer checks back into the lineup now for the Wildcats as Connor McManus will return to the bench. Cats leading 35-18 now. 17-point margin, nearly double the score over the Buffaloes in the first half of play. Scott sends up a three-pointer, shot no good. And Torres, the ball off his hands out of bounds. It'll stay with the Buffaloes to play in under their own bucket. Inbound, over the top they go, looking to the post. Reinerson turnaround shot, no good. Mitch Taylor boards it out for the Cats. Fire up court quickly for Burlington. Feeds it back to Mitch. Ball deflected away, out of bounds. No, they said it, Mitch passed it out of bounds. That looked a little different from my angle, but those guys have the whistle every Tuesday and Friday night. They know what they're doing with it. Boddicker, the long pass ahead, gives it to Snyder down in the paint. Turnaround shot is no good. And the Wildcats control in the corner. Torres with the ball, comes up court, picks up his dribble, goes to Carson Byer. He'll stop and fire up a three. It's in and out, no good. And Boddicker with the rebound. He'll bring it across the timeline, spin it into left corner. Three-point shot away is good. Number 11, Garrett Scott sinks his second three-pointer of the night. 14-point margin for the Wildcats now. As Jace goes down the middle, kicks out to Garrison. 18-footer away is no good. And Boddicker will board it. Dribble drive, but the ball tipped away out of bounds by Torres. As Brandon Norstad and Connor Jeffers return. Also, number 11, Tegan Hess, returns for the Wildcats. 2 minutes exactly on the clock, and the Wildcats with a 35-21 lead, but a three-point shot away is no good. Jeffers boards it, goes ahead to Byer. Ball's tipped out of bounds away, and the Wildcats will play it in under their bucket. Byer caught that ball deep underneath the bucket, couldn't go up for the shot. And when he tried to pass it back out, it was tipped away, and the Cats will take control. Tegan Hess from behind the arch, a three-pointer. His first three in a couple of weeks now, as he needs to get that shooting touch back for the Wildcats. Another three attempt on the inside. And down low, we have a whistle and a foul. This time, Hess had good guarding position for that rebound and trying to go over the top with Mason Walker, who picks up his third personal foul for a push in the back.
The My Town Media Station.
Rock and roll can save the world.
Classic rock. KSMP 97.7 Burlington.
The Flint Hills Classic Rock Station. 97.7 The Dog.
Looking to add to that total here at the charity stripe. First one is on the way. That's up and good. He'll be there for a second. Clock stopped with 1:31 in this first half of play. Hess's second free throw is good, and they go up 40-21 as Jace Watkins returns to the lineup for Burlington. Cats will keep that full court pressure on throughout this entire first half. As Coach Barrett says, I want these guys to play hard from tip to tip. In the backcourt, they'll bring it across to Ryerson. Scott on the far wing with the ball. Reverse dribble. Feeds it inside to Ryerson. He goes to the hoop, but off the mark. Jace Watkins out on the break. Lays it up with the left hand, and it's in. Good look ahead by Connor Jeffers. Put that ball right out where Jace could work it, and he goes up for the bucket. 5 points for Jace tonight. And the Wildcats have doubled the score, 42-21 over the Buffaloes as we're inside 1 minute to play. Down low to Ryerson. Goes to the hoop, but can't get it to fall. He's tired. He tells the coach, take me out, give me a substitute. Tegan Hess gets the breakout bucket for the Cats. And the Cats will put more pressure in the backcourt. Boddicker, dribble drive, steps around Hess. He's going to have a block foul. And Boddicker will go to the line, count that bucket, and he'll set up for the free throw. 18 fouls on the Wildcats here. With 30 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first half of play at home. Boddicker hits that free throw. He's got 11 to lead scorer for the Buffaloes here tonight. Jace Watkins calling out the play to run time off the clock here. 20 seconds. They'll take the last shot. Looking for a type of trapping pressure that the Buffaloes bring out. Dorsett steps through, gives the ball to Jeffers. Now back out on the top. 6 seconds. They'll find Jace on the right wing. Dribble drive, lays it up, and we've got a block foul to stop action here with a 1.6 seconds. And Jace Watkins to go to the line as number 55, Riley Reinerson, is whistled for his first personal. Jace hit a 3, hit a 2. He's got a chance to hit 1. As he'll have 1 plus a bonus. First one in and out, no good, but Connor Jeffers is there for the tip and the bucket, his first of the night. And we go to the end of one half of play on homecoming night with the Burlington Wildcats leading it 46-24 here at the half. We'll have the crowning of the homecoming king and queen festivities here at the halftime break. We'll take a break also, go back to the station to get our stats together from this first half of play when we return to Wildcat basketball on the Dog.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 The Dawg invite you to some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrettson in Burlington. For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Life Care Center Burlington offers all the comforts of home as well as added luxuries, including a beauty and barber salon, specialized fine dining program, courtyard and gardening area, and is conveniently located near shopping, retirement communities, and other medical community resources. Life Care also provides in- and outpatient rehabilitation services for all ages. Their licensed staff offers 24-hour skilled nursing. Stop by and visit the Life Care Center of Burlington today, located at 601 Cross Street.
Trust Point Insurance is truly an independent insurance agency. They have the unique ability to shop the marketplace for the insurance company that provides the best production at the most competitive price and has the ability to write with over 30 different companies. Trust Point Insurance offices are located at 800 North 4th Street in Burlington and 902 Commercial Street in Emporia. Stop in or call today to set up a time that is convenient for you to discuss your auto, home, farm, business, crop, and life insurance, or visit them online at trustpointinsurance.net. The staff at Diners Cafe, located at 1020 North 2nd Street in Burlington, wants to say thank you to our customers for their patronage. If you haven't been in yet, come give us a try. We believe you'll be pleasantly surprised. We strive to provide you with a total dining experience, great service, wholesome eats, and a comfortable atmosphere. Diners Cafe, we're happy to be a part of Burlington and Coffee County. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. It's homecoming night, and the Burlington Wildcats, following in the path of the Lady Cats, are making a statement with their guests, the Prairie View Buffaloes, as the Wildcats a 46-24 lead at the halftime break. Wildcats scored the first 8 points of the contest and did that in 1 minute and 8 seconds to open the game. The Buffaloes come back and score 4 of their own before the Wildcats go on a 7-point run to stretch that lead to a 15-4 margin. They held an 11-point lead at the halftime break, the first quarter break, and extend that lead throughout the second quarter, where here at the half, it's a 22-point margin, 46-24, the Wildcats in the lead. Scoring for Prairie View in the first half of play, 1 point from Dayton Snyder, also a free throw from Mason Walker for the Buffaloes. 2 points tonight from Riley Reinerson and 3 from Bryson Gregg. 6 points on a pair of three-pointers from Garrett Scott for his efforts in the first half of play. And in double figures, the 6-foot junior Blake Boddicker leading the way with 11 points. One stat that stands out here tonight also for the Buffaloes, they have hit 7 of 9 from the charity stripe in the first half of play. But those numbers don't add up quickly enough, as the Wildcats put 46 on the board in the first half alone. Those numbers add from Mitchell Taylor's 2 and Connor Jeffers with a pair. 5 points for Jace Watkins in the first half of action. 9 points for Brandon Nordstadt. He was 3 for 3 from the charity stripe for the Cats. In double figures, Tegan Hess with 10 points on the night. And Garrison Fiedler started it all off in the first quarter of play as he puts an even dozen in for the Wildcats, adds 6 more in the second quarter, and he goes to the locker room leading scorer on the night with 18 points for Garrison Fiedler and the Wildcats. Here at the halftime break, it is the introduction of the senior attendance for the King and Queen program here. And everyone getting their recognition, basketball players, band members, cheerleaders, basketball players on the ladies' side. And we'll have that announcement for you here after all of the introductions. Other games going on around the area tonight include Hartford and Linden matching up, Lebo and Burlingame, Southern Coffee taking on Marmaton Valley, and Waverly playing Chase County, a team that the Wildcats took on back in January. Coach Vanderlyn was with us, talked about the JV wrestling tournament tomorrow here in Burlington, expecting nearly 250 junior varsity wrestlers here for the mats in the gym and in the wrestling room. So lots of action for JV wrestlers here tomorrow at Burlington High. Continuing on into next week's basketball action, the Wildcats will host Santa Fe Trail on Tuesday. Hartford takes on Northern Heights. Lebo is with Southern Coffee County, and Waverly is on the road to KC East Christian Academy for a big road game next Tuesday night. Also, next Friday here at Burlington, when the Wildcats go on the road to Osawatomie, it will be Class 4A regional wrestling here at Burlington High. The Class 4A wrestling for qualifying on the Class 4A group, and that will take place Friday night and Saturday afternoon here at Burlington High next weekend. And one of the things that we look forward to every year is the Waverly Junior Varsity Tournament. And that has taken place this week. Went over on Monday night and saw the Burlington High School JV squad get a victory over Iowa, 54-41, and then return on Thursday night as the Wildcats, the Wildcats got a victory as they defeated Humboldt 70-37 last night in that semifinal round. Thank you. The final will be tomorrow afternoon as the Wildcats take on Ottawa in the JV tournament at Waverly. A short drive over to Ottawa tomorrow to watch these junior varsity squads match up as the Wildcats are on a roll this week. Again, 2 games in the Waverly tournament with victories. On Tuesday night, they were in Wellsville for a Pioneer League matchup and got the win 58-40. And here tonight against Prairie View, the JV squad, 57-43 were the victors. So 4 games in 5 days for the Wildcat JV squad to get in the victory side, and 1 more for the championship of the Waverly tournament lies ahead for tomorrow afternoon. So we send our congratulations out to the junior varsity squad and head coach Mark Engel. And that's a good segue into the announcements of the homecoming king and queen tonight. Garrison Fiedler and Kylie Engel announced as the homecoming king and queen for 2018 here at Burlington High School. Everyone in picture-taking mode here. And Coach Engel onto the floor, giving a big hug to Kylie, recognized as the homecoming queen this year. And the teams are ready, the Prairie View team ready to come back on the floor. Group of the Wildcats were part of that king and queen celebration and ceremony. They'll go back and get a few words from Coach Barrett. We've got a little time here at the halftime break as the band will perform for us on the far side. We're going to take a break and go back to the station and get a 3-minute timeout for our sponsors. I heard that ad going into the break from Diners Cafe. We want to thank them again. Tonight provided a big serving of maple pecan cake for our broadcast staff here on 97.7. We like to top off the night with a piece of cake, and they do it fine. You stop by the Diners Cafe anytime and ask for the 97.7 special, and they'll take care of you just like they do us. Bobby, we're going to take it back to the station, and we'll be back in 3 minutes.
In life, there are people, places, and things known as exceptional. There is a place like that in Garnett, Kansas. Hi, this is Brian Steffens, and I'm talking about Beckman Motors. Everywhere you go, you'll see vehicles with the Beckman Motors name on them. We want to show you how exceptional we are. The next time you decide to buy a new Ford or Chevy or any pre-owned vehicle, do yourself a favor and come to Beckman Motors in Garnett and experience what it's like to buy a vehicle from exceptional people in an exceptional place. Beckman Motors on Highway 59 in Garnett, Kansas, selling new Fords and Chevrolets along with pre-owned vehicles for a long, long time and doing it exceptionally well every day.
Stop by Hoover's Thriftway, your friendly hometown grocery store in Burlington, where this week a fresh family pack boneless beef ribeye steak, $7.99 a pound. Also Florida strawberries, 1 pound fresh, $1.99. And for your sweetheart, Hershey's Miniature Hearts, $4.99. Or Lifesavers, Starburst, or Skittles candies, 2 for $5. And Mars Fun Size mixed bags, $4.99. Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington. Sale ends February 13th.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
And we are back here at Burlington High School. The Burlington Wildcats on homecoming night hosting the Prairie View Buffaloes. The Lady Cats got the victory in the first game of the night, a 54-13 win as they came out fast and furious, setting a pace to gain the lead 18-5 at the end of the first quarter of play, holding the Buffaloes scoreless in the second quarter as they extend that lead to a 29-5 number at the halftime break. Kept the foot on the gas, extending the lead into the third quarter, and with a running clock in the fourth, they get the victory 54-13 here on homecoming night. Wildcats picked it up right where the Lady Cats left off as they came out on fire with an intense defensive effort in that first minute and 8 seconds, scoring 8 points before the Buffaloes call a timeout to right their ship. But the Wildcats kept it up, taking an 11-point lead at the end of the first quarter, 24-13, and then extend that out, nearly doubling the score at the halftime break, 46-24 over the Buffaloes as we went to extended halftime to recognize the homecoming king and queen here this year, Kylie Engel and Garrison Fiedler, the senior representatives for homecoming. Again, we had Burlington Lions Club Soup Supper tonight. Went on before the game and all through both the Lady Cats game, and here at the halftime, they've got an announcement that they still have soup left. If they haven't prepared anything for this weekend, a big bowl of that good Lions Club, different types of soups they had available, would hit the spot anytime over this weekend for all the family. Now the Wildcats have returned from the locker room. They'll get out here to get warmed up after a word from Coach Barrett. I'm sure he has to be pleased with the intensity he saw on the floor here tonight as they came out after a couple of tough games down at Iowa and up at Wellsville. They needed to work on some fundamentals and some basic team building here the last couple of days. They show that it has come to play as they lead it at the halftime break. Again, a good crowd on hand here on Friday night, cold January evening here at Burlington High School after the Cats on a 3-game road trip. Started over in Anderson County with a victory for the Wildcats. Made the trip to Iowa last Friday and just could not get the guns fired up that night. Their troubles carried over to Wellsville on that trip to another Pioneer League opponent. Wellsville now at the top of the league with a 6-2 record. The Wildcats 1 game behind with a 5-3 mark in Pioneer League action. With 4 games remaining after tonight, the Wildcats, 3 of those will be Pioneer League games. They have a home game with Santa Fe Trail next Tuesday night, and then on the road to Osawatomie. The next road game after that will be at Council Grove, and they'll return home on February 22nd to wrap up the portion of the regular schedule with Anderson County, a team that they've already played twice. They saw them at the Baldwin tournament back in December, a close contest when we were over at Anderson County just a couple of weeks ago, and they will face Anderson County on senior night, February 22nd, to wrap up the season before making a trip to Garnett for the sub-state action. That will involve Anderson County, Osawatomie, Burlington, and Baldwin in the 4 teams seated at Anderson County. We won't know the time, and we know the location, but that time won't be set until after those games on February 22nd. The action will occur on March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for the qualifiers for the state tournament, Class 4A Division II, to be held in Emporia at White Auditorium, a location that we're familiar with and have broadcast several games from for the Lady Cats and the Wildcats, and they're looking to get back there again here with this 2018 team. Teams have returned to the lineup. Everybody's here except those 3 guys with the striped shirts. And now they make an appearance. And we will get underway with the second half of tonight's doubleheader. Brandon Nordstad on the far side, waiting to take the inbound. And we are underway. Chase Watkins leads it for the Cats. Around the pick at the high side on the right wing. He looks inside, now returns it to Jeffers. Dribble, stops in the paint, kicks it out to Hess. Now finds at the top of the key. Shot away is no good. Tipped loose, and Nordstad chases it down on the sideline, but out of bounds. That ball will go to the Buffaloes. They'll play it in the backcourt. Again, the Wildcats with full court defensive pressure here. Trapped in the corner, but over the top they go. Snyder with the dribble. Comes right wing. Puts it in the hands of Alcott. Now Boddicker, a 3 on the way. Short off the front of the rim. Rebound and putback is up and good. Isaac Partita. Number 32, Isaac Partita, just into the lineup, gets his first bucket of the night. Jeffers drives the lane, lays it up with a soft touch, and Connor Jeffers scores his 4th on the night. Pressure in the backcourt again by the Cats. Spin move gets away. Up court they come. Scott on the right wing. He'll skip past left side to Snyder. Now sets it back at the top of the key. Shot away, no good, and Garrison Fiedler boards out for the Wildcats. Down court quickly on the right side. Hess from behind the arc. It's the 3. And Tegan Hess with 13 points on the night for the Wildcats. We've got a whistle foul on Garrison Fiedler on the near side, trying to defend the dribbler coming up course. Hand checked, and the official right on top. Now inbound down in the low corner to Scott. Breaks the ball out to Snyder again. He'll move low, kicks back out. Scott a 3 on the way. No good there, and Boddicker gets the rebound. Fadeaway shot up, no good. Snyder's rebound, putback won't fall. And now Connor Jeffers in the backcourt is fouled from behind. Garrett Scott trying to come up with that loose ball. Is whistled for the foul, his 3rd of the night, and first team foul here in the second half. Chase Watkins will bring it up for the Cats as they lead it 51-26 here as we're 6 minutes to go in our third quarter. Hess on the far side, looks over the top again. Down low to Jeffers. He's in the paint, kicks out. Now A 3-ball again. Tegan Hess has found the range he likes. Back-to-back threes for Tegan. Up court on the right wing. Boddicker gives it back out to Snyder. Now Boddicker's going to drive the lane. A block foul is going to be on Tegan Hess as he tried to establish vision down low in the paint. And to the line, number 23 with the shot. Number 23, Blake Boddicker. Free throw is on the way, up and good. And he'll be there for a second free throw attempt. Oh, the basket was good and the free throw. They didn't score the basket on the board until that free throw. Shot away by the Cats, loose on the floor, and Ace comes out of there with the loose ball. Now gives it up to Jace. He'll stop and pop. Short off the front of the rim, no good. Snyder boards it for the Buffaloes, and lead out pass ahead to Scott. Tried to lay it under, but Connor Jeffers comes out of there with the ball. He'll split the defenders, lays it off left side to Hess, and he's up and in for the bucket. Tegan on fire in the third quarter, scoring all 8 points of the Wildcats, and he's got 18 now. Oh, a bad pass. Snyder intercepts for the Buffs. He's going to go to the paint, lays it off hard. Boddicker down low, a shot over the top of the backboard, out of bounds, and that'll be Wildcat basketball. 56-29, the Wildcats lead it here over the Buffaloes in the third quarter of play. 4:45 on the clock. Back on top they go to Hess. And coming down the baseline, Garrison Fiedler goes in for the score. Up and in. Wildcats just find a way to make it happen. Bad pass, turns it over, and the Wildcats get it back in hand. 4:25 on the clock. Cats with a 29-point margin, 58-29 here as they've doubled the score on the Buffaloes, just as the Lady Cats did in the early contest. Ball at the top of the circle. Watkins drives into the charity stripe, kicks out on the far side. That three won't fall for Tegan. And Boddicker with the dribble goes to the hoop. Now a player control foul. Boddicker could not get stopped, and he's whistled for his first personal. Tegan Hess got back on defense, established the position. And the Wildcats will play it in on the inline. Second team foul both ways for the Wildcats and the Buffaloes. Watkins at the top of the circle. They'll play back and forth on the right and left wings. Hess skip pass goes down low to Nordstad. His shot away, no good. Gets his own rebound. He's in the paint. Ball stripped off, but it's off of Brandon's leg, out of bounds, and that'll be Buffalo ball. They'll play it in on the inline here with 3:39 remaining, and a 29-point margin on top. A block foul on Nordstad as he could not get and establish that defensive position. He ends up on his backside, but he wasn't there. Inbound by the Buffaloes. Boddicker, right side, skip pass all the way across. Back to Boddicker now. He's behind the arch for three, and it's good. Blake Boddicker, 17 points to lead the Buffaloes here. Nordstad behind the arch. His three, no good, but Jeffers is there. Rebound, putback rolls off the rim, no good. Boddicker boards it for the Buffs. Ball loose on the floor, back to Snyder. He sends a three on the way. It's no good. Rebound down low. Bodies fly. Fiedler comes out of there with the ball. Ahead, they'll lead it to Connor Jeffers. Watkins looking for the second come. Here is Fiedler in the paint. His shot up. No good. Gets his own rebound for a putback, and he is fouled. Fiedler working hard down in the paint. Number 23 got underneath him with the foul. That's the second for Blake. And substitutes checking in for the Wildcats. Carson Byer, Connor McManus, Jordan Torres, and Mitch, the big guy, Mitch Taylor. He makes his presence known down low. Keeps those hands up high, ready for that inlet pass. As Byer drives the lane, he's going to be fouled and go to the line. Carson Byer, his first opportunity to get to the charity stripe, as number 11, Garrett Scott, picks up his fourth personal foul. And we will see Carson at the line. His first free throw is up and good. And first score of the night for Carson. Number 4, Justin Scott, checks in for the Buffaloes. As the clock is stopped at 2:39. A second free throw good by Carson. And the Cats a 60-32 margin here at the 2:35 mark of the third quarter. Ball on the near side in the hands of Snyder. He'll put it on the floor. It goes baseline. Reverse underneath, no good. And Mitch is there for the rebound. He'll clear it to Byer on the right wing. They go up court to McManus. Back out to Carson. Near side, Jordan Torres, a three on the way. No good, but picking up the ball off the floor, Carson releases right side. McManus' three-point shot away is no good. Boddicker boards it, and he'll bring it up court, working one-on-one. Stolen from the backside by Torres. Nice job there by Jordan. And the Cats will bring it up. Lead it into Mitch, but the ball is tied up. Cannot get away for the shot. And possession arrow goes to the Buffaloes. Connor Jeffers checks back into the lineup for the Wildcats. As number 4, Justin Scott, comes to the sideline. Number 24 replacing him is Bryson Gregg for the Buffaloes. At the top, Snyder going to go down the middle. Kicks out on the wing. Has to give it up to Craig. He'll dribble to the top and kick to Boddicker. A three on the way is no good. Rebound fought for, and Connor McManus comes out of there with it for the Cats. He'll give it up to Byer. He'll stop from three. Marked. No, it won't fall. Gets his own rebound. The ball tipped way out, and Carson checks it down for the Cats. Jeffers back to Byer. Looks inside, dribble, and lays it off to Mitch with the big stuff. Mitch Taylor, one step to the hoop, and he lays it in for the dunker. The crowd loves that kind of action from the big guy. 62-32, Cats on top here by 30. We've got 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. And Jordan Torres, too aggressive on the defense, is whistled for his second personal. That'll be 4 team fouls on the Wildcats here, as the Buffaloes will play the ball in on the end line here, leading 62-32. Boddicker takes the inbound ball, put on the floor, tipped away. He gets it back, but he traveled with it. The turnover will send it back to the Wildcats with 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Byer in the backcourt, looks to the sideline. Coach Barrett on his feet, giving the signal for the play he wants to see here to wind down the last 30 seconds of the clock here. 20 seconds now on the clock. They'll set it to McManus, near side. Now look to Jeffers on the right wing. He's out behind the arch, fires up a three, rims around and out, no good, and right there for the putback is Big Mitch. The buzzer sounds, and we go to the end of three quarters of play with the Burlington Wildcats leading it. They've doubled up the score, 64-32 over the Prairie View Buffaloes. We'll take a break and be back in 1 minute.
If you've got just the right paint color in mind, don't settle for anything less. Head to Burlington Building Materials, located at 626 Neosho in Burlington, and experience a brand new paint department brought to you by Do It Best Quality Paints. Your home is your canvas, and whether you're looking for a functional neutral or a pop of the trending hue, the Colors Journeys experience at Burlington Building Materials has all the tools you need to help your vision come to life. Colors Journeys, your destination for inspiration.
Sports socks can be fashionable. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, has the Touch brand of compression socks. These combed cotton knee-high support socks offer a snug, stylish fit and feel luxuriously smooth against the skin. Sizes for men and women are available in timeless patterns and colors. Buy the softest compression socks on the market today at Prescription Center, 312 Cross Street. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper's Thriftway, 620-364-5523.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Wildcat basketball here on the Dawg. As the Wildcats open up with a set play, Garrison Fiedler going down the baseline high in the air above the basket on that pass from Watkins, and Garrison puts it in the hole. Garrison Fiedler with 22 points on the night, and the Wildcats with a 34-point lead. We've got a running clock to carry us through this fourth quarter. Ball on the right wing. They'll put it in the hands of Nordstedt. Now back out to Tegan Hess at the top. Ball tipped and taken away there, Isaac Partik for the Buffaloes. They'll bring it across the timeline on the right wing. Good defense by the Cats. Lay it in low. Isaac up with the shot. Partita is the pronunciation from Tony Furs here at the stadium, Mike. Fourth point on the night for Isaac. Nordstedt gives it back to Hess in the deep corner. They'll pick up the dribble and go out to the top of the circle. 6:26 on the clock. Work inside to Jeffers. Kick it out. There's Hess from behind the arch. A three, no good. Rebound by Watkins. Goes down low and hard fought. 2 points for Jace Watkins as he muscles up between two defenders to get that bucket to fall. On the right wing, put it in the hands of Jess Weirs. Tries to lay it down low, but steal it away by Jeffers. They'll kick it into the corner. Nordstedt arches up a three, and it's good. Brandon Nordstedt in double figures now with 12 points on the night for the Wildcat. And that number increases to a 71-34 margin. The Cats leading with 5:55 on the clock. Shot away is no good. Hess boards it for the Cats. They'll bring it up the left side. Plays it up softly as the defender gave up on him. And we've got a timeout on the floor just to bring in a group of substitutes. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Or are they just going to use it to bring in substitutes? Clock is stopped with 5:33. And the Wildcats leading now 73-34. Wildcats got that victory in the tournament time, a 73-37 margin on that January night when they took on the Buffaloes. But the Cats have had their way here on homecoming night as they will celebrate with a victory along with the Lady Cats from that first contest. The Buffaloes will play the ball in as we have a new group of substitutes on the floor for the Wildcats. Carson Byer, Jordan Torres, Connor McManus, Mitch Taylor, and Noah Smith. Smith got a lot of action in that JV tournament, and now here on the varsity floor for the Cats. They'll have another game tomorrow afternoon over in Waverly as the Wildcats take on the Ottawa Cyclones JV squad for the championship of the Burlington trip to the Waverly Invitational. Ball on the far side. McManus goes back out on top to Byer. They'll work it around the top of the circle. Down low with the dribble, kicks out into the corner, finds Byer at the top. Now Torres behind the arch. A three on the way is good for Jordan Torres, his first bucket of the night, and it scores a three-pointer. Across the timeline, they'll work it on the left wing. Down low, Reinerson, block shot by Big Mitch. Got up high and kept his body away from the Prairie View player. And more players in. Number 1, Trevor Barr. Number 2, Brandon Brown. And number 32 is Parker Meats on the floor here in varsity action tonight. 4:06 remain on the clock. A whistle and a foul as the Wildcats lead at 76-34. The foul whistled on 32 is Parker Meats, his first personal foul. Buffaloes will play it in as we're under 4 minutes to play now with this running clock. Three-point shot away is no good. Smith couldn't get a control of the ball, but it's out of bounds off the Buffaloes, Michael Comer. And the Cats will play it in the backcourt. Barr with the dribble across the timeline. Looks to the right-hand side in the hands of Byer. Now they'll look into the post. Cats pull it back out. Noah Smith with the drive. It won't fall. And a rolling home with the board. Number 4, Justin Scott for the Buffaloes. Comer couldn't handle the pass. And that turnover sends it right back to the Wildcats. In the backcourt, Barr brings it across. Cats leading by 42 here. And 3 minutes remaining on the clock. To the top of the circle, Barr goes to Smith, right wing. Coming on the bottom side is Byer. Three-point shot away, no good. Parker Meats gets the rebound, skins it out to Smith, and his three ball won't find a net. Here comes Mitch Taylor to go back into the lineup again for the Wildcats. Bad pass through the hands of Walker. He couldn't handle it. And the turnover sends it to the Wildcats. And Carson Byer will come to the bench for the Cats as we approach that 2-minute mark. On the right side, Smith with the ball high over his head, spins it back as they go around the wing. Brown gives it up to Byer. Now they try to feed it in low to Mitch, but it's tipped away out of bounds. And underneath to play it in will be Noah Smith. He'll inbound. Brandon Brown shot away, no good, and the ball, loose ball tipped. And Barr comes out with it. Smith lays it to Parker Meats, off the backboard and in. Parker Meats with the bucket for the Wildcats. 78-34, the Cats in control here as we count it down. 1:30 left to play. Shot up by the Buffaloes, no good. They picked out the loose ball. Walker from behind the arch. A three off the rim won't fall. And in the putback, number 5, Jesse Weirs gets that bucket for the Buffs. Up court, Smith drives the lane. Shot away, no good. And we've got a blocked foul here on the Buffaloes. 78-36, the Cats on top. And to the line is number 10, Noah Smith. 55, Reinerson picks up his second personal foul. And Noah set for free throws. First one is on the way. Up and good. He'll be there for a second free throw also, as he'll set at the charity stripe. This one also on the way, but rims out. No good. Boarded away to the Buffaloes, and they'll bring it up with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Loses the ball out of bounds. It's off a Wildcat, and the Buffaloes will play it in under their own bucket. Tomer, spin move, turnaround, fires it up, but no, it won't go. Smith boards it. He's in the backcourt, clears it ahead to Mitch. 3 seconds, they'll count it down on the clock. As that's the ball game and the Wildcats' victory, a 79-36 margin over the Prairie View Buffaloes here tonight on homecoming. Twin Bill, the Lady Cats, and the Wildcats both get big victories at home. We're going to get our stats together to finish up tonight's Lady Cat Wildcat win, and we'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Napa know-how.
If you're looking for a great start to the new year, then Napa Auto Parts is just what you need. A dependable Napa Legend Premium battery with an 84-month warranty, the Napa Legend Premium will deliver great starts for the next several years. Plus, purchase one during January. You'll get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail, a new battery, and $20 back. Now that's a great start to the new year. Go NapaMocan.com or Napa Mocan on Facebook for more great offers.
Hi, this is Colin Sleazer with Alpha Roofing, LLC in Burlington. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing and have become one of the most respected roofing companies in Northeast Kansas. Customer service is our #1 priority, and knowing that your home or business is safe in our hands is what makes this licensed contractor your #1 choice. If it's a repair or an entire roof, we have the knowledge and skills to get the job done right. Stop in at 213 North 3rd Street, Burlington, or check out our website at www.alpharoofers.com. Alpha Roofing, your hometown roofing expert.
He dribbles left. He dribbles right. He shoots and scores. You don't need to dribble all over town or hit the road to find the right parts for your cars when you stop and shop at Burlington Auto Supply. We sell name brand quality parts you can count on. AC Delco spark plugs, Gates belts and hoses, and Wix filters are just a few of the manufacturers we use to keep your equipment in great performing condition. We're back in the Cats all season long here at Burlington Auto, your bumper-to-bumper parts store. Wow.
When it comes to the health of you and your family, choosing the right pharmacist is just as important as choosing the right doctor. Find a pharmacist that's right for you at your local Medicine Shop pharmacy. More than a healthcare advisor, they take the time to get to know you and to personally answer all your healthcare questions and concerns. Make the right choice. Choose a Medicine Shop pharmacist. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Burlington, Kansas. Caring beyond prescriptions.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at Crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Okay, welcome to the wrap-up tonight from the Wildcat and Lady Cat victories here tonight on homecoming at Burlington High School. The Wildcats came out strong in that first quarter. They scored the first 8 points of the night, went on another 7-0 run, and had an 11-point lead at the end of the first quarter of action. They kept up that hot, moving action on the defensive side, causing turnovers that got them the ball back and put the ball in the bucket. At the halftime break, it was a 46-24 margin, and they had doubled the score at the end of the third quarter, leading 64-32 over the Buffaloes. A running clock fourth quarter, and the Wildcats still were able to put up 15 points and finish the night with a 79-36 victory here at home for homecoming night. Again, the Buffaloes just could not get anything happening on the offense in that second half as they scored 12 points in the second half of play. Their leading scorer, Blake Bodeker, 17 points on the night, nearly half of their points, but they were just outgunned by the Burlington Wildcats. A big group of players in the scoring side for Burlington tonight. 1 point from Noah Smith, 2 each from Carson Byer, and Parker Meets this evening, his first action on the varsity side for quite some time. 3 points from Jordan Torres, 4 points from Connor Jeffers, 6 tonight for Mitch Taylor, one of those a big slam dunk down in the paint. 7 points for Jace Watkins, as he did a great job defending against the Buffaloes this evening. And then in double figures, we had 12 points from Brandon Nordstadt, 9 of those coming in the first half. 20 points on the night for Tegan Hess, his season high, as he hit 3 3-pointers for the Wildcats. But leading the way, the big guy, Garrison Fiedler, he exploded for 12 points in the first quarter, finishes the night with 24 to lead the Wildcats on to victory here. So the Lady Cats get the win in the first game, 54-13. Wildcats back it up with a 79-36 win. And they're back on track here in the Pioneer League as they look to finish out the season starting next Tuesday night at home against Santa Fe Trail, a team that they had a 6-point contest with back on the first game of January on the road at Santa Fe. So we look for a close-fought contest when the Santa Fe Trail Chargers come to town next Tuesday night. If you can't make it into the gym to watch the Cats, follow us right here on 97.7 The Dog as we broadcast all of the Lady Cats and Wildcat games over the air and on the internet. Search, go to www.977thedog to follow your Lady Cats and Wildcats. We're going to wrap it up here from Burlington High